Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be looking at a new product that I was sent over for review purposes. This is the Tomons Camping Lantern, and I am a big fan of devices that have dual usage or dual purposes to them. And I think this is a great example of that, because this is not only an awesome camping lantern, but it is also a USB rechargeable power bank. So this will actually do the work of two things. It'll be a lantern, so if you want to use it while you're camping, maybe inside of your tent or in your campground or something like that, but it'll also charge up electronic devices because it does have a built-in power bank. So this is the box that it comes in. Now this is available in two different colors. You either have a green version or an orange version. I opted to go with the green version, so that's the one the company sent me. So let's go ahead and take a look at the inside of the box. Now the first thing you have right on the top here is a little accessory box. So we'll take a look at that first. And inside you have two items. The first one is your user guide. It is very short, very easy to read. It just gives you explanation as to how to use the lantern itself. And then the other one is your USB cord to recharge the internal power bank. So this is micro USB to USB. It is very short and it's nice and flat, which is nice because it won't tangle up or anything like that. You can go ahead and throw it into a bag with the lantern. That way, if you have to recharge it on the go, you can do that as well. And then you have the lantern itself. Let's take a look at it. So it is a very compact size, which I do like. Now, the first thing that I wanted to test out on this was the actual build and feel quality of it. I've come across a lot of products that say they'll do different things, and then when you get them in hand, they feel cheap. They feel like they're not going to hold up to usage or anything like that. That is not the case with this the Tomons camping lantern here. It has some really nice hefty weight on the top because obviously that is where your power bank is. And then on the bottom it has a nice wide area here. This is where the light is going to be. Now this is also diffused thanks to this kind of opaque color bottom here, which is nice because it's not going to be harsh light, especially if you're using it like inside of a tent like I already mentioned. So taking a look at the very top, you have a couple of things. Again, I opted for the green version. The orange version is going to be exactly the same, but everything that you see green on here will be orange. So depending on what color you like, you have those two choices. So you have this built-in carabiner on the top here. Now this is good because it has the capability to just right out of the box go ahead and hang it. Again, if you're using it inside of a tent, or I can see myself like maybe running a line from one tree to another and clipping this onto that line and using it for some ambient light like outside of my tent or in the camping ground and things like that. So that's really cool that it's built in. But if you don't want to use that, you can go ahead and just close it down and it's nice and flat and out of the way. So you do have a little bit of information at the very top here. It says power bank camping light. Capacity is 52,000 milliamp. So again, depending on what type of phone or what type of device you use, this will probably give you about 2 times the charge. Let's say a standard cell phone, you could probably charge about 2 times, which is really nice. Again, the beauty of this is because of the fact that it does both the light and the power bank features, you can leave one of those at home and just carry the one item. So, or you can actually leave both of them at home and just carry this one item. So if you normally were to carry like a flashlight or a lantern to keep on the inside of your bag or on the inside of your tent, I should say, and then you also carry a power bank, you can leave both those home and then carry just the one item. So, again, there it's already saving you space. Now, this is having an input of 5 volts at 2 amps and then having an output of 5 volts at 2 amps. So it will charge your devices relatively quickly. Now you do have your power button on the top there, which we'll look at in a second. On the front right here, you have a little door that says output. So this is basically where you're going to be connecting your USB cable to. So whatever device you're charging will connect right in there. And these will actually close back down nice and flush, and it'll keep any water or dust or anything like that out. And then on the opposite side, you have input, and this is where you're going to be connecting your supplied USB device, the USB cord to recharge the internal battery bank. Now, from a completely depleted battery, it takes about 3 hours to fully charge the battery bank, which isn't bad. Again, if you're going to be using it constantly, it's good that it recharges rather quickly. So onto the top right here, again, this is your power button. So if you press and release it quickly, what it'll do is it'll actually show you via these 4 LEDs how much power the battery bank has. So as you guys can see, it is fully charged right now. As you start using it, it'll start depleting, and these will actually go out until there isn't any left, and then you have to go ahead and recharge it. In order to turn on the light, basically what you have to do is just do a long press on that, the lantern will always come on in the medium mode. So that is medium there. And then if you press and release, it'll go to low. And then if you press and release again, it'll go to high. Now, as far as high goes, this is putting out 196 lumen on the high there. Not exactly sure what the other outputs are for the low and the medium, but just so you guys know, on high, you get 196 lumens, which is more than enough light. Again, if you're doing ambient area lighting inside of a tent, around the campground or something like that, this is going to be more than enough. So that is high. If you press it again, it'll actually go into a strobe mode. And this is good if you want to go ahead and, maybe use it for emergency purposes or to make your position known to other people that are trying to find you or something like that. You can do that. And then one more press will actually go into an SOS mode. So again, if you're in an emergency and you need to signal for help or something like that, that is good. And then if you press it again, it'll go back to the medium mode. Now to turn it off, all you have to do is long press and it'll turn the lantern off. Now a couple of specs on the low mode, it's actually going to run for 130 hours. So that is really good, especially if you want to have some ambient lighting, like maybe throughout all the night or something like that. If you're not using the battery bank option, that'll run you for 130 hours. And then on high mode, which again is 196 lumens, it'll actually run you for 10 hours. So even though you're using a lot more light, you're still getting a lot of usage out of it. So 10 hours total for the high mode, again, on 196 lumens. So the beauty of it is, again, you have two items built into one, into a very nice and compact form factor. You can easily throw this in a bag. If you have the capability to recharge it on the go, you can also throw the charging cable in there as well. And when you get to where you're going, you can just pull it out and start using it right away. Now, I believe that if you're using the light and then at the same time using the battery bank, obviously those times that I quoted you will be a little bit more diminished. But as far as the usage goes, I think it's going to be great, especially if you're the type of person that's always on the go. Maybe you do a lot of camping and things like that. But even then, maybe you just want one of these to have at home. You can easily have this in your kitchen or have it in your bug out bag or something like that, to be able to give you some area lighting. Again, it's two really useful features, which is the lighting and then the battery bank. Now, these are actually retailing for $18.99, which I think for the build quality and the features that you get from it is really awesome. But the company did provide me with a coupon code, and that's actually going to give you 30% off that $18.99. So it'll put these roughly at about $13.30. I think that is an awesome price, a great bargain. So if you guys are interested, I am going to leave a link below to where you guys can pick one of these up, again, in either green or orange, and the coupon code to get you that 30% off. Now, just so you guys know, that coupon code is going to be good until January 31st of 2017. So you get about a month to be able to act on this. So if you guys are interested, I definitely recommend that you go ahead and check it out before that runs out. Because again, I think that it's going to be a great addition to anybody that's looking for a camping light or a camping lantern or a battery bank, but you get both of them in one. So there it is. That is the Tomons camping lantern with a USB rechargeable power bank. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.